The 360-degree approach is what really made it work.
It just gives you that great feeling that to say, I'm doing something for the community.
It's more personal, it's emotional, and it's that connection.
We believe it's been successful because of partnerships. And everybody came in with the view and intention to add value to the campaign.
Where this brand really gets amazing traction is at grassroots level.
The Collect and Go brand and the way that the team and the Righty Pharmacy team jumped into this was actually massively successful. We're very proud of what everybody's done.
Okay, it's a smart locker.
I think one of the major successes was how we collaborated as a team and also with service providers. And that is actually where we're leveraging on expertise that we don't have.
I think the success lies in the chemistry that was created by all the different agencies. From client side and the guidance we receive from client up to all the specialists, closing the loop, which is ultimately having the patient understand the message and, the long game, having them benefit.
From the point of activation, we knew that grassroots interaction would be great, which involves loud hailing. So when we go and do loud hailing is we do these posters that we put in these communities. T-shirts, I think if you grew up in South Africa, you know that T-shirts are one thing that everybody likes. Then you have the pamphlet that you give to an individual person, you have a discussion with them, explain to them what's in that pamphlet. They can give it to someone, they can share it with someone when they get home as well. So when you're doing it face to face, that's when people, they get to understand even better.
I come from Alexandra and I understand the landscape of health, and I'm able to share that with my colleagues. From that, we are able to come up with strategies and campaigns that make sense, because it's not far-fetched. It's not like I'm from some Harvard University of Marketing, I'm coming down to Africa to impose an idea. We know what works because we are the people. We know how to react to certain things, and I can give context that is relevant. Relevance is key.
Oh, firstly, since I have these forms, these pamphlets in my car, I asked them, does any one of you guys who has any sickness whereby they collect medication for maybe every month and stuff? Then mostly when the taxi is full, they don't give me a straight answer. But once they go off and there's less of them in the car, they start taking out the pamphlets. So surely I think they do like this idea. It's like I've got two jobs at the same time. I'm driving at the same time, I'm promoting this, I'm marketing this, telling people, if you're sick, you must go there, get this, go to wherever the mall and get the medication. Don't be afraid.
Why we opted for the taxi activation per se is because we know for a fact that taxi drivers are influencers. They are conversation starters, they are trusted. Why don't we add to the already responsibility that they had?
So we then created a seat cover that is put behind the driver with a pocket where you can put this pamphlet. But I think if you have worked with the communities, taxis, they become a big part of the community.
We like to say, the conventional ways are not working, so what do we need to do? So we create a culture that's aimed at, addressing solutions, but I think the most important thing about this is we're listening to the patients, not to respond, but to actually listen and learn and innovate according to that.
So having also site agents who are from the community allows the patients to trust them, and that brings them a bit closer. And literally that's that emotion connection that you have with your patients, which makes it a success. As far as the whole collaboration in terms of the brand ambassador with Thula, it has added immensely in terms of this innovation being a success as it is right now, looking at how the communities are accepting the innovation.
I think what really worked well for me is the face-to-face. I really bring in a sense of humor, and I am able to make a very difficult situation light in a manner that gets people's attention, and then the punchline is then getting them to use Collect and Go.
This campaign was a combination of both bought and organic opportunities. So say for instance, if we took Alex, there was a simulcast on Alex FM. We empowered people on the ground to actually work in Alex, to be on the radio, to speak to the community. And we also then targeted all the media surrounding Alex. And we tried to get stories either on radio or in their print media. And that turned out to be a very successful approach. We got a lot of pickup to the extent that Carte Blanche actually picked up the story, and they spoke about adhering to your medication and what your options were. And on account of that, Rati Pharmacy actually picked up another client.
The method behind the madness. Well, first of all, when you see green, what do you think? You think go. So that's why the reason Collect and Go was green. That's where the green came in. The blue, we're not sure where the blue came from though. The idea of the chevron, which one clearly sees on the Collect and Go, is partially to enhance or communicate visually this sense of movement, a go concept. The idea behind the TVCs was to create this hype. There's this exciting new product that's out there for stable chronic patients, and it's going to make collecting their chronic medication so much easier. So what we try to do with the TVCs is basically show the different marketing collateral that's out there that people can engage with.
What I really enjoyed most was to see on ground level the realness of the need and how technology, innovation, strategy, passion and culture changes the lives of the people of South Africa and potentially the rest of the world.
We've tried and tested everything. I think, we went social media, we went creative, we went above the line, we went TV, we went loud hauling, we went social media. So we've really tested everything, and at the end of the day, it's how do you pick what is suited for this campaign, and that's what we've done in this campaign.
Yay! I love my job. I love my job.
Big time. I go home and I sleep and I'm happy because I'm doing something for the community.
It's a wonderful group of people to be involved with. We're here until they tell us, okay, we've finished with you. We're not going anywhere.
Do I enjoy my life?
Absolutely.